Hi guys, today let's talk about high impact exercises and low impact exercises and what is the difference between the two. Well, a low impact exercise is exercise where there is no jumping and where one foot stays on the ground at all times during the exercise. An example of this would be a squat, where you see a person, both feet on the ground, bend at the hips and the knees, take their hips down towards the ground. Their feet stay on the ground or the feet don't leave the ground at any point during the exercise. Now, if you wanted to make this a high impact form of exercise, then you do a squat jump. You squat down as normal, you hit the bottom, and when you come back up, you explode and you jump at the top and both feet leave the ground, then you land again. Sound simple? Well, for Irish dancing, there's so many different types of movements where you're hopping, you're jumping, and you're leaping from one foot to the other, and you're doing it at momentum, where you're essentially running across the dance floor. That it's a very intense, high-impact form of exercise from the beginner's level right up to the advanced level. And that's just for your light shoes. And if you were to put your travel shoes on, it goes from an intense, high-impact form of exercise to a super intense high impact form of exercise. Can you imagine, just take a second to imagine not just jumping and hopping and leaping across the floor, but actually doing it and then having to stamp and to treble and all these different forces going through your ankles, your knees and your hips and your lower back and all this kind of stuff. Which brings us into the question of, is it hard to work out for Irish dancing when you're injured? Well, you betcha. There's just so much going through the joints and the muscles that it's pretty hard to dance and allow the body to recover at the same time. But you can still develop and maintain your cardio and muscular fitness. Remember how low impact exercises was where one foot stays on the surface, on the ground or the surface of the equipment that you're on. Well, think about your bike. Think about the row machine and the pool work, some sort of pool work, swimming. These are all low impact forms of exercises, and strength and circuit training is a great way for developing your cardio and burning calories too. And if you think about it, nearly all strength training is low impact in nature. You get all the great benefits of the strength and muscular endurance without any of the high impact that another form of exercise will give you. You could use different stations, okay, for your strength training, your circuit training, all focusing on different parts of the body, the major muscles, where the heart has to work super hard to pump blood into the areas where it's needed. And this would keep the heart rate up for prolonged periods of time, so it's essentially like getting a cardio workout in. And it keeps your metabolism stoked for quite a while after your workout is ended. Okay, what is a good example of a cardio or a circuit training station? Well, an example of a circuit training station would be a squat into a rowing movement into a pushing movement of some sort, okay? Go from one area to the next, hitting different parts of the body without rest between exercise. And this is what keeps the heart rate elevated. So after all this high impact, really high intense exercise, a great tip for relaxing and allowing your body to recuperate afterwards is an Epsom salt bath, guys. And I take mine once to twice a week for about 30 to 45 minutes. Any chemist or good supermarket would have Epsom salts on hands, and they come in a variety of different smells. And I should probably say scents because that's what they're called. Okay. Currently I am using a brand called the Radox brand. It's a peppermint scent. There, you can see it there. Radox here. And I should also point out that this channel is not sponsored by Radox. And we're not actually sponsored by anybody at all. But I do know that there's a variety of different scents, like they come in lavender, chamomile, eucalyptus, and they're really quite affordable as well. Okay guys, that's it for this week. Please subscribe in order to see future content. We're coming at you once a week. You'll receive a notification whenever we release new material. My name is Alan Fox, and I will see you next week.